Oh, what's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday! Today I'm going to be sharing you the simple formula, two-step simple formula for reaching your dream customers on Facebook ads. So obviously, got a weird message from Facebook. So let's just make sure this is actually live. Guys, if you're on here live, comment team live. If you're catching replay, comment team replay. Let me just make sure that this is actually live because I'm on my old laptop because it has the option for an external monitor. Thanks, Apple, for making us use adapters to be able to use HDMI's. But it looks like we are all good to go. Seems okay. Hopefully this all works and I don't have to redo it. But today we're covering the simple two-step formula for reaching your dream clients on Facebook. So obviously we help hundreds of physical therapy practices all over the country set up their own Facebook ads so they can manage them internally. We're also a done-for-you agency, so we do this all the time. And we see it over and over again, that the thing that makes or breaks a successful Facebook campaign or gets a lot of engagement on posts that you make within your group is if you're actually doing two things correctly: the avatar call-out statement and the relatability statement. These are the things that get prospects within your community to stop and scroll and see that your ad is for them, and then demonstrates that you understand their problem better than anyone else. If you don't have this down, your ads are going to fall into the white noise of all the other advertisers that are out there, and you're never going to get noticed. We've seen this time and time and time again. The people that have the most success on Facebook are the ones that have the best and deepest understanding of their dream customer and are able to put in call outs and relatability statements that really prove that, wow, this particular practice knows me better than anyone else, and therefore I believe that they have the best solution for me. That is a very important marketing thing to write down and know, is that the person that can describe the problem the best is perceived to have the best solution. So the call out, the avatar call out, and the relatability statements are the secret to actually getting people to care and read and actually look at your offer. It's the bridge that takes people from not having a clue what physical therapy can do to them for them to realizing that, oh my gosh, your practice is not only super niche, but they understand me on such a deep level that it would be crazy for me to go anywhere else. This is how you break out of the commodity space where people are competing or comparing you based on price and convenience and quality and your niche, all these things. Having these two statements down are absolutely key. So until these are dialed in to speak to the hearts and the minds of your dream clients, you're going to continue to run Facebook ads and run content that either A, aren't driving any new leads into our business, or you're attracting the types of people that opt in but don't answer your calls, or if they do answer your calls, they no show when they schedule, or if they do show up, they're the people that don't have the financial benefit of being able to invest in themselves and invest in your service to better themselves. So if you're having any of those problems, if you're not getting leads to convert, if you're getting a lot of no shows, if you're having people show up that just aren't a good fit, that it's probably because your call outs and your relatability statements aren't dialed in to the level that they need to be. Because like I said, we've seen time and time again, the campaigns that don't work are way too general. People think they know who their avatar is, but I can tell you right now, men with back pain is not an avatar. No one identifies himself as a man with back pain. No one's like, hey, I'm Mike, I have back pain. I can't wait for a physical therapist to call me and blow up my phone to talk to me about it. No one says that. So it is absolutely crucial that you nail down these things so that people are excited to interact with your brand and they can't wait for you to call. And where you set that expectation is in this first sentence that should go above all of your content and definitely above all of your ads. So this is where practices absolutely have to spend all of their time figuring out before they start investing in Facebook ads, definitely before they hire an agency. An agency can help you figure these things out, but like I keep saying, like, you should only hire an agency to scale what you know to be working. Now, hiring an agency to help figure things out for you is really, really expensive. So I highly encourage you to do the work, do the groundwork, figure out what these relatability statements are. You can run ads for $1, $2 a day to start testing. Okay, which one of these are people the most interested in? that is a very, very wise investment that you can do within your business to start figuring out what relatability statements, what call outs are really going to drive quality people into your business. And also, equally as important, push away the people that you don't want to do business with. Yo, what's up, Will? Good to see you on here, buddy. Hope you're having a good day, man. So to do this and to help you understand how important it is to write out these call-outs and relatability statements. In order to do this, we need to have a very deep understanding of who your dream customer is. And I know everyone on a very intellectual level, they're like, yeah, I know, I have to niche down and pay attention to who my dream customer is, market to them. But everyone does it. They don't do it good enough. They're not taking it far enough to be able to speak to the hearts and minds of the people we're trying to attract. You're still being too general. Men with back pain, or women with knee pain or shoulder pain, or just women with incontinence. Those aren't specific enough. Those are rational targeting methods. That's speaking to the rational people of the world. But what gets people to buy is the emotional connection to it. So you need to go a layer deeper than just men with back pain and say male tennis players with shoulder pain. Something that's okay. You got the male, you got the shoulder pain, but you're nailing their identity. They're tennis players. You need to hit them in the way that they identify themselves as. If you're targeting people based on just them having back pain, that is not an identity. No one identifies themselves as, I'm Jordan, I have back pain. Like I said in the beginning, no one is hoping that they introduce themselves of having back pain and hope a PT just blows up their phone and talk to them about it. That is not what online advertising is. So we need to find those emotional hooks that people identify themselves as and use those as a catalyst to get them to take action. So the call out is about getting their identity, telling the people that they're scrolling through their feed that this ad is for them. And then the relatability statement tells them why they should care and why they want to continue reading, because you understand them. You demonstrate that you understand them better than anyone else. And they would be crazy not to click this ad because you basically just read their mind. So to kind of deepen the understand what a relatability statement is, all it is a yes or no question that only your avatar would say yes to. So we have to get very, very specific while following the Facebook guidelines, which I'm going to walk you through. Dale, good to see you on here, man. Dale, you're definitely in the right place if you want to learn about marketing. So this is a really good place to start. So anyone who, people who stick towards the end, if you comment relatable in the comments below, I'm going to send you the first day training of our 14-day challenge that covers relatability statements. It comes with a worksheet that has all of our best callouts and relatability statements. So you can start creating your own and implementing it within your content, within your ads. It's a free thing. We charge people $100 for the challenge, but we're going to give you the first day's training absolutely free. Just comment relatable, and I'll make sure to get it to you. Jeremy Sutton, good to see you on here, buddy. I saw your message. Definitely got to talk very soon. Thanks for reaching out, man. Thanks for thinking of me. Always greatly appreciated. So to help you guys understand how deeply we really need to understand our dream customers, and again, we need to understand them as well, if not better than they understand themselves. So you need to do some real digging. Most of us started your practices because you had a problem. You became a physical therapist because you had a problem at some point. Maybe you had an injury in the sport that you played, and we need to remember what it was like when we had it injured. How is it impacting our lives? Not just on the first layer basis of, oh yeah, it hurts, but very specific, I can't reach into the back seat of my car to grab my car window scraper or my umbrella. Very specific life things that are just annoying as heck that we can call out. The more specific we can be with our relatability statements, the better they're going to be. So to illustrate how deeply we need to understand this, I'm going to tell you a story from Russell Brunson's new book, Traffic Secrets. So one of his good friends, who was a sales rep, was doing work with a group called Sally's Beauty Supply. And he walked in knowing he was going to kill it because he knew he had 3 incredible products that were flying off the shelves, and any beauty supply shop would be crazy to pass it up. So he went in incredibly confident. And the first product he showed them was a scented hand sanitizer. And right away, the two administrators of the company said, I don't think Alexis is going to like this. And so the sales rep is like, who's in his head? He's like, who the heck is Alexis? But he said, fine, fair enough. Moved on to his next product, which was a UV nail polish. And once again, like this is one of their like top selling products. But the company said, no, I don't think Alexis is gonna like that either. And then finally, moving on to his third product, the sales rep's like, who the heck is Alexis? And who, like, should I be talking to them? Can we get them in this meeting? Because why am I talking to you if Alexis is the person I need to convince to buy this stuff? And there's silence in the room for a while. Kind of like awkward, like is this person actually mad? Kind of like, kind of vibe. And then the two administrators started laughing. And they said, Alexis isn't a real person. That's our customer avatar. And so the sales rep's still a little bit confused. So the administrators were like, okay, follow us. And they walked the sales rep into this room. And there's pictures all over the wall of Alexis, this fictitious avatar that represents the top dream clients of Sally's Supply Shop. And so they broke it down all over the wall. They have pictures of Sally, what she buys, what her house looks like, how much she earns, what her car looks like, pictures of her kids, the activities her kids do. And they knew every single thing about Alexis. And every decision they made within their business was based upon, would Alexis like this? And if it didn't, they didn't invest their time in it. Even if it was really compelling, even if it was a high-grossing product that's flying off the shelves, if Alexis didn't like it, they didn't touch it. And that is the level of how deeply we need to understand our customer avatars. To hit it a little bit closer to home, I want to share you a real-life experience with one of our clients where we didn't do this, and it ended with us really letting a client down that I really didn't want to let down because I was a good friend of the clinic owner's spouse, and I was really, really upset that things didn't go the right way because for some stupid reason, even though I teach this stuff, I allowed myself to believe that this clinic was the exception to the rule. I believe that because this clinic was well established, huge patient population, they killed it. They had a big team. They were all rock stars. And I thought because they had this crazy good team, they're well established, that I didn't need to get as granular with their avatar. I let myself believe that men and women of, let's say, Milwaukee with neck, shoulder, or back pain was an avatar. As if, like I said, some lady named Gina was going to say, I have neck pain. I can't wait for a PT to blow up my phone and talk to me about it. That's never, ever, ever going to happen. But because they had so many Google reviews to prove that they knew what they were doing, I let myself into thinking, okay, these people are well established enough that they're going to be the exception to the rule. And then we spent hundreds of dollars and only were getting 1 to 2 leads every 2 to 3 days, which is so out of the ordinary for what we expect for us to be able to achieve for our clients. We're used to getting 1 to 2 people texting our clients' phones every single day. And that just was not happening because we were targeting men of Milwaukee with neck, shoulder, back pain. We're doing something special to promote our practice. And it was just this super bland, boring offer because I, again, let myself believe that they were the exception to the rule because they're so well established already. So let me just say here to eliminate any remaining doubt that maybe you're an exception to the rule, you absolutely have to call out your patients on both an emotional and rational level. Let them know that you know who they are. You're calling out runners or tennis players or CrossFitters or corporate moms of your city name so that they know that you're local and that you're speaking directly to them. And you need a relatability statement that proves to them beyond any reasonable doubt that you understand their problems better than anyone else does. Because like I said in the beginning, the person who can describe the problem the best is perceived to have the best solution. So we need to take as much time as it takes to test and figure out what are the problems and the secondary and third level of problems that are caused by this person's pain. Their pain isn't just a problem. No one comes into physical therapy to fix their pain. People come into physical therapy because their pain is preventing them from doing something that they have an emotional attachment to, like running with their friends, like playing tennis, like being able to do heavy shoulder lifts and making all the little other young men in the gym look weak. Okay, that's what people come into physical therapy for, when their identity is called out and put into question because they can no longer perform like they used to. So we need to take a lot of time and energy into figuring these things out. So first thing, so I'm going to comment a lot of our call-out statements These are just some examples that we do in the free training that we're offering you today. Again, just comment relatable and I'll send you the video training and the worksheet completely free. It's from our 14-day challenge. So definitely something that you should check out. Chris, good to see you on here, buddy. It's been way too long. It's been way too long. We got to catch up soon, man. I'm going to comment related avatar call out examples. Okay. So I commented those, so you can go check them out, like Soccer Moms Milwaukee, Active Men of Houston, Fox Cities, Marathoners and Half Marathoners, Active Dads of Denver, all these things that make it pretty clear that you're of who you're talking to. The things that are going to get this person to stop scrolling and actually pay attention for 3 seconds. You have 3 seconds to hook them to get them to read further, and that's what the relatability statement is all about. Okay, so like I said, the relatability statement is about speaking to the hearts and minds of your customers where they are. It's about knowing their problems better than they do, like calling out things that you know they're doing without even really thinking about it. Like one of my favorite relatability statements that's crushing it for any sort of back or sciatica pain program is, how many glasses of Pinot does your back need at the end of the day? It speaks right to the minds of the ladies that are having back pains that aren't even thinking about it. They're going home after work and they're just like, oh my God, I need some wine. This sucks. Sat in a desk all day and my back is killing me. So that relatability statement has been doing incredibly well because we call out a specific behavior that they're doing that they might not even realize that they're doing. But when they read that, they're like, oh my God, I do that. This person gets me. And that's what's going to get them to click on the ad and actually opt in and want to do business with you. Because it doesn't matter if this practice down the street has a really awesome free discovery visit and they also treat back pain. You're the clinic that understands like what this person does on a daily basis because of their back pain. And they're always going to go with you over that other clinic because you understand them better, and therefore they believe that you are perceived to have a better solution for them. Okay, so ask yourself, what are some yes or no questions that you could ask your prospective clients that only they would say yes to? So another back example would be, another really good one was, ever wonder like who put rocks in your bed? Rocks in your bed last night? That one works really well because people are like, oh my God, I was literally thinking that today. Because you got to think of like the little random funny stories that patients have told you in the past, and then use those because those are the stories that people connect with. They're funny, usually they're a little bit like soft-hearted, and those work really well. Some shoulder ones that have worked really well in the past is how find yourself standing in a hot shower to relieve those tense back muscles. That works really well as well because that's something that people do without even really thinking about it. So that's what, those are the two things that are going to present you enough time to present an offer that's going to get them to do business with you. Because if you don't get people to stop in their tracks, if you don't get people to hold what they're doing and give you their focus for at least 10 seconds, you're never going to get the chance to even present an offer to them. It's so incredibly key. If you can't get their attention for just a couple seconds, you're never going to have the opportunity to show them all the amazing things that you can do for their brand. So whether you're just doing content marketing and posting a lot of content on your brand, whether you're running ads, you need to make sure that you're calling out to the exact person that you're talking to on a very deep level. It's not just people with back pain. You need to call out their identity, whether they're runners, climbers, cyclists, doesn't matter. You need to call them out so that they know it's for them. And then you need to test as many relatability statements as you can. Every single person that goes through our challenge, we make sure that they create 5, and then we make sure that they follow the Facebook ad policies, which I should probably actually cover a little bit of. So Facebook, they're not going to, and this is a big problem, so pay attention, because a lot of practices have been getting their ad accounts and their business pages shut down because they're not following Facebook's ad policies. And what they're doing is they're calling out negative attributes about people. They're saying, do you have back pain? Or are you unable to, in tennis, are you unable to serve over the net because that nagging shoulder or elbow pain? You know, things like that where they're calling out negative attributes, or about in pelvic health. It's a huge problem in pelvic health because all of the things that most people call out and talk about in pelvic health, you can't say on Facebook. Pelvic health and women's health is where we're putting 100% of our agency's focus. We're only going to work with those people moving forward. And because we found out the call outs and relatability statements that work really well for them, that don't get their ads accounts shut down. So make sure that when you're writing your ads, you're not calling out negative attributes of people. Notice how in my favorite relatability statements, how many glasses of Pinot does your back need at the end of the day? There's no assuming that they have a problem or some sort of diagnosis. All it's doing is stating a behavior where it is inferred that they probably have some sort of pain. So you have to, in your relatability statements, you have to almost say a secondary problem that they have in their life that's caused by the primary problem, which is their back pain, that you can't mention in Facebook ads. So you got to think about the secondary, third, and fourth level of problems that are created because of their pain and talk about those. Because the first level, talking about their pain and insecurities and flare-ups, all those things are going to get flagged by Facebook and you can't use them. So now I'm going to comment a few of our top relatability statements in the worksheet that I'm going to give you guys. If you comment relatable, it's going to take you through all of our best call outs as well as relatability statements and help you come up with some of your own. But I'm going to throw some in the comments here below so you guys can kind of start to learn what is working today to get patients in the doors. Relatability statement examples. I don't think relatability is an actual word, but we're using it. Relatability examples. Okay, those are good. So reference the comments to see a couple examples to kind of get the gears turning for you. But I highly, highly encourage you, think of who's your avatar, write down a couple different call outs that you think would work, post them in the comments. I'll definitely give you feedback on them so you can get some stuff up and running really quickly, as well as your relatability statements. I would get in the habit of trying to write 3 to 5 relatability statements every single day and just test them out. Whether you're running ads or doing content marketing or neither, having those things as discussion topics for new prospects when they walk in your clinic, that's going to be the difference between closing them and having them say, I got to talk to my spouse, or I got to check my finances, or I got to call my insurance, make sure it works. Having these relatability statements down so as talking points when people come into the clinic, that's going to be the difference of closing them and having them maybe come back later. Probably not come back later because, hey, what's going on, Jennifer? Yeah, are you, Jennifer, did you join the 14-day New Patients Next Week challenge? Yeah, I can't wait. This week was supposed to be our very last one, but it filled up so quickly that we had some rollover, so we have to do another one starting July 20th. This is going to be the last 14-day challenge that we're going to do for a while. If you're interested, just comment challenge below, and I'll send you some information on how you can get involved, because we're definitely going to take a break from it because it is very, very intense, and we're unable to focus on growing our business because we're focused on helping all of you set up your own successful Facebook ad challenges. Yeah, Jennifer, so happy to have you in there. I'm super excited to get you started. So guys, if you have any questions about callouts or relatability statements, I highly encourage you to comment relatable below. I'll send you day 1 training from our 14-day challenge absolutely free. You're going to get the video training as well as a worksheet that's going to help you figure out what are going to be the callouts for your content and your ads, as well as what relatability statements are working for our ads and how you can customize them for your practice. Awesome, Pamela. I'll send you a private message in just a minute. And everyone, if you are catching this live, I'd really appreciate it if you commented it live, because every single comment that comes on here, it helps push it out to the rest of the community. And this is literally like the most important thing that you need in your content and your ads. Otherwise, no one's ever going to see your offer, and therefore you're going to waste a lot of money. So I want as many people to see this as possible. If you're catching replay, comment replay. I did get a specific question that I want to make sure that I circle back and ask. It was from Hillary, I believe. Yeah, okay, so Hillary runs a practice that is entirely telehealth based. Congratulations, Hillary. That is super awesome. Way to be super progressive. That is exactly what I think physical therapy needs, and start to grow that as much as possible. So her question is, I did have a few questions. I'm a telehealth only PT practice. When writing relatability statements, how specific should I be on location? So this is really good. So we've run telehealth ads for a number of different practices, and we found that if you just say like women of California, it's not specific enough. It's really easy to just ignore that. So what I would do is run separate, within your campaign, running different ad sets, targeting very specific cities that you think will be low-hanging fruit. The more affluent more affluent communities you know can afford your services, I would create a different ad set targeting each of those locations so that your ads can be as specific as possible, because we all know no one likes general things. Like, I don't want to buy something that was made for everyone. I want something that was made for me. You know, when I buy a suit, I want it tailored. So when you're running our ads, we got to make sure that we are designing them in such a way that we are able to be as specific as people want. Great question. You can absolutely target the entire state in which you live. Just, I would start narrowing where you're spending your dollars on the communities that are most likely to be able to afford your services and do business with you, so that you can start figuring out, okay, what communities within my state are going to be the most profitable. So you can start being smarter about where you throw your marketing dollars. The other question was, like, could I use the state or should I pick a smaller area? So definitely pick a smaller area. You can target the whole state, just have a different ad set for each state is what I would start off by doing. Also, when running ads, you have recommendations on how to set audience size, because I'm not bound by driving distance. Okay, so this is a question we get all the time, and there's not a perfect answer for it, because we've had campaigns that were incredibly successful where it was only targeting like 5,000 people, had an audience size of like 5,000 to 10,000 people. We've also had a ton of success targeting people that had upwards of 800,000 people for potential reach in your ad campaign. So what we generally like to do is we start off, and this definitely depends on how much you're spending. So let's say you're spending $10 a day. Usually the sweet spot that we found is right around that $250,000 mark, because that's going to focus your marketing dollars on a small enough area where you know your ads are going to be shown to enough people and give you enough data on those locations to allow you to make statistically relevant adjustments to your campaigns to make them perform better. So I would start off by doing small, precise areas that you know are communities of people that match your dream customers, and focus on them one group at a time, and figuring out which place is going to make the most sense to spend your marketing dollars. So Hillary, I hope that makes complete sense. You just signed up today for the 14-day challenge starting on the 20th. Super excited to have you and Jennifer in there. Eric, good to see you, man. How's the challenge going? You're on your day 3 today, right? I don't know if he's just being a fly on the wall, but guys, I hope you take advantage of this free training I'm going to give to you. Comment relatable, and I'll make sure that you get the day 1 training from our 14-day New Patients Next Week challenge. It's absolutely free. I'm going to send you the video training by my partner Max, who put that together, as well as the worksheets that all of our students use to create their relatability statements and their accountability statement, or their avatar callouts and their relatability statements. This is the absolute difference between ad campaigns that fail and ad campaigns like AJ Cohen, who spent little less than $200 and made $3,000 targeting runners in his area, because he understands runners because he is one. So he uses his own knowledge to create really good relatability statements, and that is why he went from never running a Facebook ad before successfully to implementing this, and literally within 7 days of learning the stuff that I'm showing you, he made $3,000. Only spent less than $200. That is the power of nailing your relatability statement. So this is stuff that you absolutely need to spend a lot of time on. Take your time on it. Spend even if it's just $1 a day. Spend $1 a day on it and see if people are clicking your ads. Well, Facebook says they're unable to find my camera and microphone. I don't know if that buzzed out or not, but I need to get off this computer because it's tweaking and it's freaking me out. So if you have any questions on your callouts and relatability statements, I encourage you to write some, throw them in the comments, and I will critique them for you within the comments. And maybe I'll even do a live to help dive a little bit deeper into this stuff. But go through the comments. I commented examples for our callout statements that are working, as well as relatability statements. Feel free to use those and tweak them if you want. Otherwise, feel free to just copy them. So guys, so thankful for all of you for jumping on here. Happy Wednesday. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Again, comment relatable if you want the free training on in the worksheets to help you create this stuff. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you guys real soon. Later.